Okay, good.
All right, if we're ready, I'm happy to jump right in.
We are ready.
Sounds good. So thank you to Julie and to Sarah Tessendorf as well for both of them telling me about this cool opportunity to talk with you all about a STEM field that I would say is probably a little off the beaten path, but I hope this will be a good presentation for you, and I look forward to explaining more about what I do on a day-to-day basis with my STEM education. I work in the field of weather risk management, and my day-to-day job is an interesting overlap of meteorology and finance. I put this cartoon on here because I think it explains a bit about what we do in a pretty humorous way. In this particular situation, you have a lemonade stand owner who can sell lemonade for very high prices because of where he's located in the hot desert. But if you take the same lemonade stand owner and put him in Alaska in the middle of the winter, you're probably going to have to charge a lot less for that lemonade because of the prevailing weather where his lemonade stand is set up. Structure insurance products that help a variety of industries, municipalities better manage their earnings and costs that fluctuate as a result of weather variation. Weather risk management, it's a relatively new field compared to some of the other fields that are out there. There are a handful of companies and a handful of people within those companies that actually operate in this space, and a lot of them do have background in STEM, some of them weather, some not, and also they obviously have pictures here that just help tell the story of different types of industries, sectors of the economy that are impacted by weather. And you know, when you think about it, it actually becomes rather intuitive. You have traditional utilities. Who buy and sell power, natural gas, and oil. And if you have a warm winter, then there's going to be less demand for heating during that winter, and the utility will sell less. In order to structure an insurance product that will pay them if that happens. You can have a tennis event like the U.S. Open. Different types of apparel and clothing. You can think of a construction site that may get delayed due to rain or snow, their overall earnings target. You can think of farmers, governments who are susceptible to weather risks and how that can impact crops, much like we've seen this summer in the U.S. If you have a drought, that can have drastic implications for the amount of crops sold by a farmer or municipality, as well as the prices of commodities around the globe. You can think of a retail company like Abercrombie and such a company trying to decide when to put out their winter or summer clothing line. And that can depend a lot on the weather in the shoulder season, spring and fall, whether or not that's conducive to putting out those winter clothes, for example. You think of a wind wind development company that's putting up wind turbines, and that turbine company may not be able to get a loan from a bank. The bank is worried about whether or not it'll be windy enough to generate enough power for the developer to pay back the bank for the loan. So a bank may require a development company to actually purchase insurance that guarantees that the bank in the end will get paid regardless of whether or not the wind blows. And of course, there are snow implications, blizzard implications during the winter in different locations. And you can think of a government who may have to pay out more money to clear snow the more it snows, or you can think of the flip side of a snow plow company that makes more money the more it snows and loses the underlying weather risk. And then using that quantitative expertise to structure an insurance product for an end user. And so, given that I'm in an overlapping field of sorts, definitely have an overlapping and kind of roundabout education as well. I studied chemistry and environmental sciences at the University of Virginia. And while I was there, research careers, graduate schools, as well as internship opportunities, which led me to the SOARS program with UCAR. And while I was in SOARS, by the final summer, I didn't want to be a research scientist. I wanted to be more on the applied side. When I was working on that research, when I was at Penn State, when I was studying meteorology. Force, and then after about 4 years, I decided to come back and round out my education. Again, from the University of Virginia at the Garden School of Business. And into my work experience over the years, I definitely include how to think critically and answer questions. And just as importantly, learning how to communicate and put together technical papers. And the central question that I was trying to answer for my thesis in my final summer at SOARS was whether or not seasonal hurricane forecasts are valuable to the insurance industry. It can help a decision maker make economic decisions more precisely with more Chicago called Citadel. Citadel is essentially a money manager where people will invest their dollars in Citadel hoping to make a better return through them than they could through their traditional stock, bond investing, mutual fund investing. While I was there, my central goal, I worked on a weather team there. There were, at any given time, 3 to 4 of us. We were helping the firm answer questions like how does weather impact investing in these different asset classes, such as energy, insurance, equities. Think of trading a stock like Abercrombie, like we mentioned earlier. When I was in business school, I did a summer internship at the CSX train railroad company in Jacksonville, Florida. And my primary goal was working there in energy efficiency. And the overarching theme of the program that I was taking part in was to help companies better prepare and manage long-term climate change risk. So at Citadel, and what I do now is looking more shorter term, year-to-year weather risk. But at CSX, I was helping the to increase energy efficiency at their rail yards. And that would be looking at retrofitting their old light fixtures, their air compressors used for repairs of all the trains and cars. The economic benefit of these investments. And finally, as I explained earlier, I'm now working with a company called Mozilla. Our headquarters is in Bermuda, and I work in the satellite. And our overall goal in the part of the business that I work in, whether insurance products, we kind of we put a delineation.
Can you see us? Hold on. Yay. Hi. Can you see and hear us all? All right. Tonight we're just going to share a little bit about what we've been doing with our class and what our plans are. So first of all, here we are. We built this weather station just recently with our Biology 2 class in front of our school. So we're pretty proud of that. The kids basically built this all by themselves, and so we have a place that is established so we can collect our atmospheric data. So this is our students that we're working with. They're Biology 2 students. They are juniors and seniors. It's an elective course, and basically our GLOBE project is our class so far. We've been in school about 7 weeks, and we've been working really hard, trying to organize our weather station, get them started on their project. And so these are our kiddos. So we started the entire class, starting with atmosphere protocols,